Hello, hello, hello. This is Talk Tuesdays. This is the first episode of 2021. I took a great deal of a break to work on some other projects, and now I'm here with you every week, every 7 days on Tuesday to bring you our self-development podcast. So you know what it is, but I'll remind you, it's my intention to create a space where I give you the information quick, fast, so you can apply it and use it in your everyday life. So our episodes are usually anything from 2 to 5 minutes. Today on our comeback episode, I want to focus on making self-development real outside of the normal traditional practices of self-healing. And I want to make it realistic because a majority of the literature I have and the practices that I use in regards to self-development usually involves removing oneself from a certain environment or making a choice to dedicate yourself to something to evolve. And I want to make self-development practical for all of the people who have families, they have work engagements, things they cannot just walk away from. I want everyone to be able to work on self-development without it being a drastic change. So one step that we can all take on a daily basis is to spend time with ourselves, doing something that you love to do, just connecting with your pure self every day. So whether you do that by walking, taking a walk, or whether you sit in the car alone, whether you're journaling. I used to put all of my time caring for myself on one day of the week. And at once upon a time in my life, that worked for me. One day of the week, I would do all of my self-care practices, but now I do it every day. I wake up, I have to meditate, I have to do affirmations, I have a gratitude practice. It's a consistent muscle that I'm building. And it's very important for me to participate in this podcast as a speaker, as well as I hope it will be important for you to listen so I could constantly strengthen the muscle of self-development. So along with this podcast, I put some details of the practices that I use and some of the apps that I use to help me reinforce my practice. I know the best thing that I have 2 friends that are also kind of living their life along the same journey. So I often check in with them. I have one friend that I do a touch base with, and I basically go over the things I'm working on, what I'm struggling with, and it's a judgment-free zone, and I feel completely safe to be myself. And I have another friend that I have a daily gratitude practice with. So I list out the things that I'm grateful for, and it just feels good to express it on a daily basis. And she does it as well. And we remind each other by emailing each other or messaging each other. But having a community, if not a community, at least one person that you can have a relationship with where self-development and working on yourself is the priority of the relationship, and that's the work that you're doing. So that's our Tuesday for this week. Check me out next week, guys. I'm going to list the details of everything I'm describing in the description of the podcast. Please share the podcast, rate the podcast, let me know how you feel. Let other people know how you feel so the podcast can be recognized to other people who are interested in self-development. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next week.